What's the identity that I find most difficult to be out about? Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Liz Powell from sexpositivesite.com, and today I've got kind of a surprising revelation for y'all. So when National Coming Out Day happened back on October 11th, I was writing my Twitter post for National Coming Out Day to come out as the various identities that I hold. And what I found is that the identity I'm most afraid to come out as these days is as a veteran. As I've talked about in other videos, and as many of you know from my bio, I was in the Army for 5 years as a psychologist. And what I've found since I came out of the military is that the sex-positive community can be a little bit hit or miss when it comes to talking to them about my veteran status. I live currently in San Francisco, and San Francisco is a very liberal city. And in general, I love that about San Francisco. I'm a super liberal hippie type myself, right? But that means that sometimes the people around me say things about the military and veterans that hit a sour note for me. For instance, when I was at Catalyst Con back in October, someone on Twitter who I didn't know tweeted at me that I was an imperialist murderer because I served in the military. I've had other people say that the sole purpose of the military is to oppress brown and black people. I've had other people say that the military is a waste, or that the military is evil. And I think that while a lot of these sentiments are coming from a place of social justice and of understanding the complex ways in which military has been used in our world, they often forget that the military is made up of people. That when you talk about the military, you're not talking about some shadowy, vague entity. You're talking about my family. The people I served with were some of the kindest, most caring people. You could show up at a new post and just immediately be welcomed because you all wear the same uniform. And having come out of that community, I miss that family. I miss knowing that I belong no matter where I am. And when I hear people saying things about my family that way, it's really hard for me. And I've found that the more that I'm out as a veteran in these sex-positive communities, the more challenging it gets, because I bump up against more and more of people's internalized ideas about what military service is, or what veterans look like, or what it means that I served. If there's anything that I could hope for, it would be that we in the sex-positive world start to question what it is that's leading us to make folks like me feel like it's not okay to be who we are. I think that in any community, when we talk about diversity, there are often elements of diversity that we just forget about because they're not our top priority, and you can't make everything your top priority. But if we're interested in true diversity, we have to find a place to welcome people even with backgrounds that we don't understand, even with backgrounds that maybe challenge some of our ideas and assumptions. And I want to help create a sex-positive community where people can be out about being veterans, where people who are in the military and looking for a safe space to explore their sexuality can find it. That's what I want. And so I hope that all of you can join me in creating that space. And if anyone has questions about what it was like for me in the military or about what my life looked like in the Army, please ask me. I am so happy to talk about my experiences so that you can know more about what that really is. This is Dr. Liz Powell, clearly getting emotional, and I really hope that all of you can take today to think about who it is that you want in your world and how you can be just a little bit more welcoming. I'll talk to y'all next time.